family. Welcome back. My name is Jane. Happy Sunday. So, this is what I would like to talk about today. Let me first give you my quote, and then I guess I'll share a little story. And my quote today is by Maya Angelou. May she rest in peace. Awesome lady. So she wrote, "First best is falling in love. Second best is being in love. Least best is falling out of love. But any of it is better than never having been in love." So, sorry, I feel like I'm becoming that woman in I don't know. Have y'all seen Sleepless in Seattle? She's always shaking her head. And Tom Hanks is like, I want to know why she tosses her head like that. Now I know it's because she's trying to get her bangs out of her face. But back to the point. First best is falling in love. I'm a sucker for love. If you know me, you know that I am. And so I think when I read that, where she says first best is falling in love, is that yes, there's something about falling in love, that falling in love, just even that phrase, falling in love. You imagine yourself falling into it, where you just become like this one big throbbing heart. A friend recently recommended a movie called Dumb and Dumber to me. Y'all probably already seen it. It's not. I'm not. I don't do that. A lot of male-dominated comedies, but this one, um, there's a scene in the beginning where one of the characters, you know, falls in love at first sight. I guess it's falling in love at first sight, and it's played by Jim Carrey, and he does it so well. If you ever get a chance to see it, and maybe I'll see if I can find a link and I'll post it below. But he does that part so well, where he's just like frozen and he feels stupid. Like everything that's coming out of his mouth is stupid. And then she closes the door and he leans against it and he just like he realizes that Cupid's arrow has hit him, and ouch, that hurt. It's that exquisite pleasure, that exquisite pleasure that we get to feel that is so good that it actually hurts. And so I just I like remembering what it felt like to fall in love. Um, and like I've said before in other blogs, I like the chemicals that it produces, you know, in my brain when I think about that. And when she says second best is being in love. And yeah, when every day is being in love, and where to me, love is a verb. It's totally a verb. So it's something that you're doing. It's wonderful to say the words. It is wonderful and it has its place. And I believe saying the words, um, saying I love you, there's, and not in a glib, not in this way that we do now where we just all tell each other we love each other. I, I mean, like when you really love somebody and those words hold a whole lot of weight. And I think now because we say I love you a lot, and I'm just as guilty of it, uh, that we try to find other ways to say it. Like recently John Green wrote in his book, The Fault in Our Stars, these kids, there was a couple that used the word always, and they would say always, 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 to say I love you. And then this other, the actual protagonist of the book, they chose the word okay and said maybe okay will be our always, because we say I love you so much that it doesn't have the weight that it used to. So now we find other words and phrases to get it across, to be special, to be different, you know, um, from everybody else. But being in love greenlights my day because it's something that I can choose to do every day. And I feel like if I can make the people I care about feel special and wanted, and get that they're important, that if nothing else they're important to me, then I've lived my purpose very on purpose, and I've accomplished what I meant to accomplish. And the third thing she says is falling out of love. Least best is falling out of love. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. I will say that I feel like I don't really believe in the falling out of love. I think that when we love somebody, we really always love somebody. And if we don't love them anymore, then it really wasn't love. It was probably other things going on. There are other emotions that we feel that feel a lot like love, like passion and passion. It's too early in the morning. I can't think of another word, but I think that sometimes there's other things, somebody, a conversation with someone, something about them sparks something in our brain, and we feel that pleasure from it, and we want more of it. And with exposure, I think we can think that it's love when it really isn't. Um, my opinion, you know. Uh, I think that happens a lot to a lot of us, especially, those of us who have relationships with food. Sometimes a chocolate bar can feel like a love, or some ice cream can feel like love. That's why we go to it, right? So falling out of love, I don't know, but I would say that is the least best. I would agree with her. It's the least best. And then she ends it up with saying, but any of it is better than never having been in love. I agree, because we come from love. We come from love. And if we never ever get in touch with that, if we have to go through these phases to get back to love, falling in love, being in love, falling out of love, or whatever, it's all on the journey of getting back to love, in my opinion. And that is what, greenlights my day. I love love. And I have friends that'll be like, don't get lost in the, and don't be so in love with love. That it's considered a dangerous thing. And I think it's because we're vulnerable, when we do that. When we are in love with love, we are vulnerable. And we're always being told that our heads are in the clouds when we're, and we make ourselves that vulnerable. But if we never choose to be that vulnerable, if we never choose to open our hearts, we will never get to experience how expansive, how large our hearts can be to fit in so many people and experiences. And it would be, for me, a half-lived life. So that's how I'm greenlighting my day. Today I'm just going to be soaking up the love. I'm going to be thinking about falling in love and being in love. Not so much about falling out of love, but being grateful that I had it, that I had it, and that I have it. And that's all. We'll see you later. I hope that you take some time to fall in love.